Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Lupagus. It is time to go over Minnesota Vikings practice notes from August 17th. This was the joint practice against the San Francisco 49ers. Before we go over those, be sure to remember this video is brought to you by Lift Bridge Brewing Company. Hit them up either at the Stillwater facility there or find their delicious beer all over liquor stores in Minnesota, into Wisconsin, probably in parts of the Dakotas, maybe even Iowa. Lift Bridge, thank you for sponsoring this video. All right, so Minnesota Vikings joint practices against the San Francisco 49ers at TCO Performance Center. And there's quite a bit of things to talk about here. And I think the biggest one, Kirk Cousins. Turns out he is a potty mouth. No more frick this, frick that. This year's Kirk Cousins drops F-bombs, saying after a completed pass, I'm not sure who it was it to Thielen. He looked over the sidelines. He said he liked that. And then he got a little bit crazy. And he said, "You fucking like that?" Kirk Cousins dropping F-bombs. We got a new Kirk Cousins, a badass Kirk Cousins on our hands. He's going to take this entire league by storm. Shocking turn of events. I'm surprised this isn't going to be the lead story on SportsCenter tonight. Other big news, Ed Ingram got pretty much all the first-team reps at right guard. Looks like he has taken that spot from Jesse Davis, who looked horrible with the second team getting plowed over by Javon Kinlaw at one point. So Ed Ingram, new Minnesota Vikings starting right guard. I think you can put that one in granite. That one is going to stick around forever. Speaking of stick around forever, hope Justin Jefferson does, because he was insane today, making the D-backs of the 49ers look absolutely ridiculous. This guy is on another level when it comes to route running, catching the ball. He's just going off. His great camp continued against the Niners D-backs, and actually all the receivers made the entire San Francisco defense secondary look pathetic. We saw it at every level, whether it was a Tristan Jackson, Jalen Naylor, Adam Thielen. They all did it. Just owning these D-backs, which just shows the depth of this receiving core of the Minnesota Vikings and how good they are at their route running. Overall intensity with this group, especially the receivers, was just off the charts today. You can really feel it. They wanted to look good, and they did look good. So that was amazing to see. I hope that carries over into the season. Kirk Cousins was pretty much on fire today as well. He did have one bad throw. I think he overthrew Delvin Cook. It led to an interception. But other than that, Kirk Cousins back from COVID, looking amazing, and again, dropping those F-bombs. Let's stay on offense here. Christian Darrisaw looked good. He held his own against Nick Bosa. Held him off a couple times. I think Bosa maybe won a battle or two, but Darrisaw really performed well against an elite pass rusher like that. You love seeing that as well. Let's see what else there was. Let's go to the backup quarterback battle, because that's pretty damn important. Kellen Mond looks like he started out kind of rough today, but finished strong with some good throws to Amir Smith-Marset with some big chunk yardage there. Finishing off, I think it was a 2-minute drill or something like that. John Manning even had some good throws. Again, these two are splitting time, which I think is absolutely head-scratching. What else do you need to see from Sean Mannion to make you think he's anything other than Sean Mannion? I'd rather see Mond get all the second-team reps at this point. He was clearly better in the first exhibition game. I think one of the other more shocking things when it comes to the offense was Wyatt Davis. Wyatt Davis, who both me and Onebar have written off. It was hard for us to do that because we love Wyatt Davis coming out of college. He actually got some reps with the twos today, so maybe there's just a pube of hope that Wyatt Davis can still make this team, and maybe that just says more about the guys in front of him. Look at how bad Jesse Davis was today. Chris Reed's been hurt, so maybe they're starting to look at, hey, maybe do we have anything with Wyatt Davis? Doing their due diligence there. Still probably too little too late when it comes to him, but the fact that he got some second-team reps was pretty huge. All right, let's move over to defense. Cam Dantzler looked damn good. He's hanging his own, shut down Brandon Ayuk. Dantzler having a great camp and looked very impressive today against the Niners. Darius Smith had a huge day, beat Trent Williams a couple times, had a couple sacks. This whole entire D-line was just dominant, and especially when Hunter and Smith are out there. Sounds like the Niners cannot do anything. Let's see who else was good on the day. Oh, you got sacks from Patrick Jones, DJ Waddams, Jarius Robinson also combined for a sack. Good hearing good things about Jarius Robinson, a guy who has been kind of quiet, and for a 4th-round pick last year, still a long shot to make this team. But again, hearing him do something today was pretty reassuring. Those are kind of the big things that come off the defensive side of the ball. And moving over to special teams, Greg Joseph was 6 for 8 on the day. His 2 misses came when Ryan Wright, the backup punter, was holding. So Ryan Wright may be saying Ryan good night, because I think he will probably be on the next round of cuts. I just don't see this guy. I mean, you don't need 2 punters through the entire camp. Next week you can probably start to live with 1, and this is Jordan Berry's job. Ryan Wright, thank you, but goodbye. So that is it. Those are the big news, notes, nuggets from the joint practice, the first joint practice with the San Francisco 49ers. There'll be another one again. These start happening like 10:30 in the morning, so most of the news is already out early afternoon. Check Twitter, all kinds of stuff going on there. Of course, we'll recap it tomorrow as well. We are going live here shortly. We'll be live, probably by the time you watch this, we'll be going live very, very soon after this. So hop on for the horned up, and always, always keep your skull in your hole.